tell you?
This guy.
I think your butt looks nice today.
Thank you so much.
Let me see it. Oh my god.
Am I caked up?
So caked, bro.
Got a beautiful cake.
Brother, so caked, bro.
Thank you.
You're a bodega guy? Bro, so caked.
Bro, thank God you did that.
Boss,
Lukas, bro.
Yeah.
So caked, bro. Habibti, can I tell you
Really,
this?
Ak? Really?
Yes, brother. Habibi, can I tell you this?
Yes.
I always look.
Shukran ya habibi.
Yeah, I'm telling you today, so caked, bro.
Nosy Meerkats.
You come in here, I think, oh my god, is that Megan Thee Stallion in Lucas's clothes?
I'm honestly feel so good right now. This honestly like really improved.
fulfillment.
I'm gonna start a Cameo service where I do your bodega guy's voice and I give you a compliment.
That's honestly, that's a really good idea.
It's
So sick,
ASMR.
right? Yeah.
It's
Oh, that
personal
would
attention
honestly be sick.
ASMR.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, Bodega guy ASMR, absolutely.
Yeah.
You have to do that.
Wow, I think that would be a big money maker.
Are you a big ASMR person?
No, I've never really delved into this huge world, right?
Yeah.
Very
I never really
huge world.
Yeah.
It
You're
seems-
deep in the world, aren't you?
I'm
What?
really deep.
You,
in the
you
world.
make the stuff?
I
or-
don't make it, but
You said that's so cool. I don't make it.
No,
not,
no.
not yet. I have dreams, but not
Long
yet.
time listener, never time caller.
Yeah, I'm more of a lurker.
Well, the thing is, like, because like for the podcast, we share a YouTube account, so every now and again.
Don't bring this up.
Your feed will be a lot of ASMR stuff?
It's like every night I pretty much listen to
sleep?
ASMR. To sleep.
But bro, I can't. It feels like there's a little guy in my ear. You know what I mean?
Do you like having? I don't like having someone that close to me.
No, it feels freaky. It feels like there's a guy crunching a chip next to my ear while I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's not where chips go.
Chips go over there. You
Chips
need to
go over there. That's not for me. No.
What kind of stuff you listen to though?
Wow, it seems like you guys don't want the intimacy of the chip in your ear. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
No.
That's how
I only
Elon
want a
Musk
chip
talks
on my
about it.
shoulder.
Hey,
Lucas!
this guy's crazy.
Oh my god.
This is how Elon tries to market Neuralink. He's like, if you don't want a chip in your head, it's because you don't want anything to get close to you.
You know, if you
Oh.
don't want a Neuralink in your head, you have the.
Wow, this guy's stuttering. He's taking a long time. Come on, buddy. Spit it out.
You know, if you spit, it counts as it counts as a sample of me.
Elon, I think you need to take a nap, buddy. Elon, are you
Elon,
sleepy?
he's not functioning.
That's what they've always said.
You got the voice, like when you are speaking, it sounds a lot like
Yeah,
him, like the
so-
voice.
And every now and again, you do like a little bit of a whistle of like your S. So you just like
Yeah.
a little. It's like a very timid Herbert the pervert. You remember that? Dude?
No, I don't.
From Family Guy?
Yeah, you know
Oh,
that. Like,
yeah.
the hey there, Korea.
That's solid. I've never heard
Thank
that.
you. No, I remember I did on TikTok, and I was really proud of this because Lizzo found it. I did Herbert the pervert doing like a Lizzo song when she dropped like in a minute I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me.
Lizzo found it.
Lizzo found it. No, because I
And then
appeared.
did she make you eat fruit from
I was
a
in a
stripper's
compilation.
vagina?
Yeah.
I was in a compilation that she posted,
Oh, that's huge.
and I was like, "Damn, yeah." I was very honored.
Lizzo hit the download button on that TikTok.
Yeah.
Hey, and it's an
Wow.
honor. It's an honor.
Wow, Lizzo.
Yeah.
Wait, what kind of ASMR are you listening to?
So I like a lot of like there's a girl, shout out to Goodnight Moon ASMR, her real name's Erin, but she does a lot of stuffed animal, like she'll do like just like, okay, it's not sexual, everyone thinks it's sexual, but it's not. I'm doing the Trump motion. It's not
sexual.
Not
Not
sexual.
sexual.
It's like
Very
A
platonic.
fluffy down.
she's just so nice and gentle with them. Like
What is she doing? She's squeezing them?
she's just like
I sound like I'm a loner. So what is your
Yeah, she
style?
squeezes-
you're
Squeeze
trying
it?
to
Squeezing them?
watch. She's like she'll like use little essential oils and be like, this is
Oils?
That's gotta build up.
Animal.
I don't like that because essential oils on something like your skin, that makes sense because like you're porous, you can absorb it. Stuff that's just accumulating.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think that she maybe is actually using the essential oils. I think she's saying like, this is how I would treat them if they were
so it's a prop. It's not actually being
sentient.
applied.
Yeah. And then she's like, I'm massaging your paws because you work really hard at the factory. Because there's like one little
Works in manufacturing.
there's a stuffed animal with
okay.
an apron, so I feel like it works really hard.
So yeah,
You know,
that-
manufacturing's coming back. This stuffed animal is really getting ahead of.
That's
ahead
what
of
the
the
tariffs are
market.
getting first.
And the comments are so wholesome. In the comments, everyone's like,
Poor Teddy.
as a fluffy hamster myself with a full-time job.
No way.
Oh, we can't have a little fun.
I'm having fun.
We can't have a little
I'm just
fun.
ending you. I'm just excited.
Welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats, where we are
Welcome.
excited,
Very excited.
thrilled by a stuffed animal getting a massage.
So are you going like, hey, you had such a hard day, Teddy. You're so sweet.
Hey, it's such a hard day, Teddy. You're so sweet.
I mean, are you role playing in the comments? I guess.
I'm not in the from the Two Nosy Meerkats account. Great job. I can't. I'm trying to think of the psychology of how I feel about it. I think
it's
just,
probably just
I'm trying to
nurturing.
figure it out as well.
It seems like it's nurturing and
Yeah.
kind and
A soothing thing, yeah, sure,
Yeah.
obviously.
it's creating a great deal of intimacy in the room, which
Yeah.
makes me happy.
you know
It's the
something.
saddest thing I've ever heard.
You know this is a dumb thing I do when I fall asleep on YouTube. I'll play like a long. There's tons of these videos like 4 hours of samurai facts to fall asleep to, and it's just a guy like.
That is not
talking.
where I thought that sentence was going to end. Samurai facts.
It's just like history stuff.
Sure,
And in my
okay.
brain, I go, yeah, I'll absorb this knowledge subconsciously, and then I'll go to
And do
sleep.
you?
Oh.
No, I don't know
No?
anything. I'm an idiot.
Do you own a sword?
No, I wish. Dude, that'd be so sick, dude.
Yeah.
I think if you get a sword without knowing how to use it, that's just coke dealer activity, bro. Like
You just want to send a message.
Yeah, non-Japanese dude that got a samurai sword got a little cocaine in the house.
It's either that or he's like never been near cocaine, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
I
like
would guess
weed?
never near cocaine. I would guess
Really?
like the only substance you interact with is anime.
Dang, maybe y'all need to meet more drug dealers because these guys have samurai swords. I've never
Maybe-
done cocaine. I've just been at these guys' houses.
Oh,
Yeah.
here's a fun story I have about cocaine. One of the first times I ever did it, I was with two coworkers and one of their drug dealers, and after we all did a bunch of it, this was 20,
We all left work.
we all left, yeah, we all left the office. No, this was like 2018 or something.
Uh-huh.
And one of the people I was with told me, you know, if you've ever done cocaine, you actually can't go to space. Your face will explode.
What?
And I don't know what. I think it was because I was on a bunch of cocaine, but I started.
That is the equivalent of like, oh, if your hand is bigger than your face,
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
AIDS.
yeah.
It's like,
But I started to cry, and my
No.
other friend was like, "Come on, like we know this guy's an idiot." Even though we worked with him, like we know this guy's an
oh
idiot.
no, I know he's an idiot.
You don't need to listen to him. Like you will not. You can go to. Gabby, do you even want to go to space? I was like, I didn't know I wanted to until right now. Recently, Katy Perry went to space, and now I finally know that that is not true.
Yeah.
Oh, because
She
she's-
has to have done cocaine.
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly, I don't think that she is the one on that trip who's done the most.
Yeah,
Definitely
probably.
not the most, but she has done it, and her
No,
face
but
is
I'm saying,
intact.
yeah, exactly. So I'm saying like you're more than good.
I feel like Bezos definitely has done
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, at that, honestly, I have zero interest in cocaine. I've never done it. I don't plan on ever taking it. But if I was a Bezos in this world, I'd be like, I feel like I should.
Run it up.
Yeah.
Like you can get the best type of cocaine too, and you have like
Oh,
no
yeah.
responsibilities.
Yeah.
You're like the richest guy ever.
You can pay someone else's nose to do it for you, but it still goes to you
Yeah,
somehow.
yeah,
Somehow.
somehow you can get a surrogate nose for
Yeah.
your coke.
You can do surrogate pregnancies. Why can't you get a surrogate nose?
Yeah,
of course
bro.
you can.
Yeah, dude, I'd be doing fun stuff like cocaine fights, like get a bunch of guys to do cocaine and fight each other. If I was Bezos, I'd be having fun with it, you know.
Freak off.
Yeah. Freak off. I'm thinking of a freak off.
You reinvented the freak off.
The answer was freak off.
Imagine every time you try and have a fun party, you just invent a freak off. Every time you try and throw a fun party,
We should get a bunch of baby oil.
have a bunch of girls wrestle in the baby. You're thinking of a freak off.
Oh, I'm thinking of a freak off. That makes sense.
Oh,
Lucas, should we introduce our freaky guest?
Oh,
No,
nice.
we should actually. First, welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats. If we haven't properly said
I'm
that,
gonna
already.
look right in the camera.
Do it, please.
Do it.
And we have an amazing comedian. You've seen him on Don't Tell. He's taken over the city. He is hilarious. Give it up for Shaunak Godkhindi.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
of
we're
course.
so glad.
Am I a meerkat? What are your guests? What do you call your guests?
That sounds like
We don't really call them anything
when
other
people-
than.
What they
people
are?
try and get like the pass to be part of an ethnic group. Like,
Am I a meerkat? Can I
am
say
I a
it?
meerkat?
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Can I say meerkat?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
I know with the history, you know.
Yeah. It's I think you're invited to the cookout anytime. The Mere Cookout, if you will.
Yeah.
You're invited to the desert anytime.
Yeah.
I don't even care. This guy's
Mere Cookout is
100%.
awesome.
Yeah, Mere Cookout.
Mere
That's good.
Cookout. Welcome to the
I
Mere
feel like
Cookout.
meerkats are also one of those animals that would have a little, like, fun vibe because they have big communities, right?
They do, but they're also very abusive.
Whoa, internally?
Yes. No, we were actually covering it recently when we had Jay Jordan on, just like how they're really abusive to their children. Like if they as a cluster need to cross the road, they will send one of the children across, and if it gets run over, then they'll be like, "This isn't a safe road. We should go somewhere
No
else."
way.
So they literally will send like a baby to like test the safety of the road, and then they'll cross.
What the hell?
Isn't that kind of awful?
That's crazy.
I know.
It feels antithetical biology-wise because most other animals, especially mammals, really preserve the young, and like the old gets sacrificed.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, like us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind
that's
of.
kinda
It's kind of
weird.
interesting how
Yeah.
every species like re-engineers the school shooting.
There's people that are like, this is avoidable. And they're like, this is not
Yeah.
avoidable.
Only species where this regularly happens, not so.
No,
I guess,
meerkats
yeah.
as well.
The
Yeah.
I love the idea that there's one meerkat in the corner. Everyone's like, all right, be really nice to him because.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Yeah.
This reminded me. So like my girlfriend is in Atlanta right now, and she's getting ready to go to like the aquarium because she's
Oh,
like
nice.
heard a lot of good things.
Great aquarium.
Yes, I've heard amazing things. And but for some reason we were on the phone the other day and we were talking about dolphins, and I was talking about like how I would like. She was talking about how she would love to swim with whales. I'm like, I don't feel the need. I'd love to scuba dive, but I don't know if I want to swim with aquatic
Yeah,
animals. I just
yeah.
want to swim. But I was like, I could swim with dolphins, and she was like, do you want rape? Like what?
Yeah, aren't they
And I was-
little nasty boys?
I was like, yeah, but like the clicking is apparently like soothing and like good for you somehow. And she was like, yeah, but they have prehensile penises ripe for raping. She said.
I think maybe the soothing clicking helps with the rape. They're like, come
Thank you
on, like
so much.
we're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Like we're it's ASMR, if you will. They're
Yeah, I
like,
was just gonna say, there's
so
a little
relaxing,
ASMR
yeah.
vibe to the dolphins if
Yeah.
you think about it.
Yeah.
Man, I went to the aquarium in Atlanta, and they really push the otters on you. And
Really?
Yeah,
That's crazy,
Bro.
What are you talking
bro.
about?
They're like, you better go see these otters, bro. That's
So
the
they
vibe
got an
over there.
overstock of otters, and they're
They
like,
got
we need
two.
to.
They got two of them.
Only two?
And we went, and it's a big circular like enclosure.
Sure.
And we were there, and one of them was just chilling on a rock, kind of asleep, and there was another one curled up in a ball, floating on his back, licking what looked like a little pink ball. And he kept licking this little pink ball. It was so cute. Huge crowd, because it's really pushing on you. And then this dude from the back of the crowd goes, "Oh hell no, he's sucking his own dick." and he was. And then he said that, and then it was like pandemonium. People freaked out. They're like moving their kids away. And I was kind of like, that's sick, dude. You got to do that. That's awesome. And it was the only people that appreciated it were like me and like 4 other dudes being like, that's awesome.
Wait, so the dick was spherical?
It was the tip of his penis.
Oh, just the tip.
It looked like a
Oh.
little pink ball, but it was the tip of his pee-pee. He was going to town, too.
Uncircumcised too.
Yeah, uncircumcised kid.
Yeah. That's crazy. Maybe that's why they were pushing it on you. They were like,
They're like, dude, we got
You
one that
gotta
can do
see
something
this.
really cool.
Yeah.
We
One
got
of them figured out.
really cool otter.
the guy who works
One
there's just a
very
guy like
happy
you,
otter.
like, whoa, look what he can do.
The lady working there was kind of like,
Yeah,
that's what he does.
Wait,
Yeah.
I gotta, because have you heard the theory that like at Starbucks they intentionally like write your name wrong just to create hubbub about and conversation around Starbucks? Like it's not
Oh.
even focused on good service; it's just focused on like being sensational.
Oh,
So do you think they're doing the same thing with the otters? Like we got to do something crazy.
Yeah, they found out that he does that, and then the people to the president of the aquarium, they're like, well, we should take the signs down. He's like, more signs.
Yes.
More otter signs.
Yeah.
I've heard the Starbucks theory is not true though.
No.
Because one of my friends worked at Starbucks and he was like, when it's busy, if I ask your name and you say, blah, I'm not going to be like, is it Jennifer with 2 N's or 1 N? Like, I'm just going to write whatever I heard.
Bro, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. Also, I don't understand what the problem is if someone fucks your name up at Starbucks. It's not your mom fucking your name up. It's like
Yeah.
an 18-year-old kid that's like on an edible right now. Who gives a shit?
I think it speaks to this very, like, it was a very millennial thing, I think, of our generation to be like, oh, they spelled my name Gabby with 1 B, so they don't know the real me.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's like this
Maybe
desire to be
you're
seen,
right.
to be known. It's like, I look like a Gabby with 1 B, don't I? I look like a Gaby.
You do look like a Gabby.
Been told that
Little
before.
Gabby.
Not the first time.
Yeah.
What could your name be if it wasn't Gabby? And I guess it's-
Abby, Jim, fucking
Jim. I look like a Jim. I think.
Shaunak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shaunak. Yeah, I get Shaunak a lot.
Really?
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, people confuse you and me all the
What?
time. It's really
Dude,
crazy.
You
yeah.
guys, I don't know if I'm looking at twins. All right. I don't know.
Yeah, you're looking in a mirror. That's right. Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa! It's like that's like your joke about the people on DMT who think they're
Oh, yeah.
Indian. That was that
Wait,
is so
what?
funny.
Wait, I'm sorry. Could you? I'm sorry to ask you to do your bits, but wait, I need to. Could you give me the spark notes?
Okay, this really happened. I was hanging out with a buddy of mine, Caleb, very funny guy. He's a comic as well. Caleb Simon. Shout out to him. But he was telling me that he did DMT, and when he did it, he experienced life as an Indian person for 3 years. He was like a kid in India. And then this other guy that was there kind of said the same thing. He was like, yeah, I did DMT. Trip started, woke up as a child in India, and then one day it ended and I woke up in my body. And as an Indian guy, I was like, am I on fucking DMT right now?
yeah.
Like, am I going to wake up one day as a white guy?
Can I say
And be
that's
like,
one of
"Whoa."
the best written gaslights I've ever heard.
Yeah.
If it was intentionally trying to make you like doubt your existence, that's good.
Yeah, I know. And it was funny because he was telling me this right before I was about to go up on stage, like a few months ago. And I was just like, it's fucking with me in a fun way. Not any way that I like actually had an existential fallout, but I was just like, that's amazing. That's so weird. And they both had the same
incredible.
story too.
Have you done? You never done
No,
DMT?
I don't.
No.
Another buddy of mine, Michael.
You don't want to try to be a
I do it, and I'm just back to my own shit. That'd be so funny. I just gotta live my life again.
Yeah,
I just
was,
lived 6th grade through 8th grade again.
I was myself, but young. I don't know what happened.
I make the same exact decisions.
Yeah.
Have you ever done a psychedelic?
No, dude. I've never done
Have you any
anything.
interest?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. I have never. You know, you kind of want to do it when you're like, oh, this feels right. I want to do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that moment has like come and gone without me taking any action on it. But I would like to. What have you?
I have one, like I've tried it a couple times. One time where I had an actual trip and it was beautiful.
What did you do? Acid?
I had mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Yeah,
Yeah,
mushrooms.
and Gabby was there.
Yeah, I was
We've
there.
talked
Yeah.
a lot about it, but like, yeah, I had like just a huge sensory crazy experience. Felt like I was taken on a museum exhibit of my own body.
Wow.
It was
What does that mean?
Oh my god, dude! It was.
Where were you?
I was in a friend's apartment, and you know, she had set it up with like, you know, art materials, cushions, a place to like rest your head
Fuck
if you wanted to lie
yeah.
down.
Wow.
It was beautiful. It was perfect setting. Perfect setting. But yeah, it was like I got shrunken and then taken through like as if my body was the Museum of Natural History and I was just taken through every bit of it, as if the mushrooms are saying, this is what your body looks like when it's resting. Remember what this looks and feels like.
Wow.
And it was wonderful.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nice?
That's like you went to Magic School Bus on your own body?
That's exactly what it was like.
Damn! I'm in the Lucas
Conversely-
bloodstream.
Conversely,
Yeah.
the last time I did mushrooms, I thought I should get a bob.
You should.
I was like, oh man, I want to cut my hair shorter.
I love that you guys, depending on the dosage, you could have Magic School Bus or I should get a bob.
Those are the two genders with mushrooms.
I think that's true.
You're either Magic School Bus or her hair.
Honestly, bro, you should get a bob. That'd be fun if you guys had the opposite
Yeah.
experience.
If I
You-
got the
I'm-
kind of curly haired like Lucas,
I'm gonna be honest. It would not work on you.
really. You
I don't
you
think
don't think
so.
I'm butch enough to pull it off?
That's not the issue.
Oh, that's not.
That's not the issue. No, just you. Okay, wait. Now, okay, wait. Look in the camera, just like very. Okay, now I want to try to like Photoshop us with like each other's hair.
Oh, please do that.
Yeah, because me, I think I would look like an emaciated Fabio.
Yeah, I see that for you.
Yeah, if you had Gabby's hair, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But you with my hair, I think you would just look like the other kind of lesbian.
And what is the Lucas? I want you to talk so much more about that. What is the other kind of lesbian? And you should say it
Your
to
type.
the camera. That's so beautiful. Love is love.
Yeah.
You have a wife, yes?
I have a
do.
wife.
When'd you guys meet?
We met 9 years ago.
Ooh.
10 years ago.
Can I ask how old you are?
30.
You're 30. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were in college?
Yeah. In
That's
college, I met her. Yeah, she's great. I love her.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
She's
Who
awesome.
made the first move?
She made the first move.
Hell yeah.
So we met because I had a crush on her friend and my buddies, and we had this they had this really bad apartment. We just threw like parties there all the time, and I kept inviting. I was in a fun phase of my life where I was just dating a lot of people. I kept inviting her friend to these parties, and Piper, my wife, would always come, and we just kind of kept hanging out. She's the funniest person I'd ever met, and yeah, eventually I didn't even know we were like into each other, and then I was like, wow, she's awesome, but she's like got her shit together and like not on the same vibe as I am. And then
So
she asked me out.
perceived sense of self blocked.
Yeah,
the
because I was
connection.
like, I'm on fuckboy time. I'm having a good time. This is a young lady that has her shit together. She's got like she's in
Right.
all the smart boy classes, and
And
I
they
just
are
didn't think I had
smart
a
boy
shot.
classes.
Yeah, and I just didn't think I had a shot. And then she asked me out, and we kind of didn't look back. I like have kind of been with her since that first date.
That's so
That's
cool.
so wonderful.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Where was the first date?
Dude, this is so funny. I had just started stand up, so she had a sorority date night thing, and she was like, "Do you want to come to that?" And I was like, "I'm doing an open mic that night." And then so she was like, "Oh, I don't want to go to the. I'll go to your open mic." And so
Whoa. Okay,
Yeah.
that's true love.
Wow.
true love.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah, you
she's
gotta
been
wipe
with it
her up.
since
You
the
gotta do
start.
that.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Wow.
wait. How did the open mic go?
I did great.
Okay, good.
Okay, then that's good. Yeah.
I
Okay,
did
that's
great.
good.
And I remember I went right before and got dinner with like these two older comics who are like my aunts in comedy. They're so sweet, and they were like, "Okay, let's figure out what you're gonna say tonight." And they like coached me
That's
through the
beautiful.
set
That's
because they were
so
I
like,
love that.
yeah, it was like a little.
I love a brain trust.
It was a brain trust.
And they were
bro.
two older women.
Yeah. I mean, they were like I was in college, or
Yeah,
25.
they were probably 25.
Yeah.
Sure.
It is so rare that you hear about that side of it where like a young male comic is like nurtured by more experienced female comics. You often hear about young male comics where it's like a 40-year-old man with 2 divorces under his belt
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like, yeah, you
see
don't
a lot
even
of
need
potential.
material.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you
And I definitely have those guys in my life too.
Yeah.
But it is good for you to have people with an empathetic voice on stage to coach you when you're
Yeah.
young.
Probably true. Yeah.
I mean, that says a lot about like your good instincts that you knew the company to keep.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Well, I think just like, I like knew the character of some of my male comedy friends, and they were all good guys, but I was like, yeah, I don't know nothing about being good on a date. You
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
are weirdos.
Yes.
And so you got to counsel with the people that know what they're talking about, you know?
Whenever I bring like a non-comedy friend to a comedy party,
Yeah.
there's two questions. Will there be straight guys there? In Brooklyn, it's always no. In Manhattan, it's yes. And then
Yeah.
the second question, are they hot? I'm like, don't do this.
It's just like, hey, I love you so much.
Will there be
Please.
straight guys there? Maybe. Will they be able to talk to girls? I don't know.
I wouldn't.
Should they talk to any girl? Very different.
I don't know.
The jury is out.
Yeah.
Do not do this to yourself. Even if they can talk to girls, and perhaps especially abort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I actually, my girlfriend's sister is single, and my girlfriend asked me if I knew anyone that I could recommend. And like, her sister's very wonderful, and I would introduce her to someone if I had anyone that I would that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. You know, like I was really thinking, and I was like, also it's like she lives very far. I was like, if you were closer, I could maybe find someone.
Yeah.
But like, no, I'm not going to be of much help right now.
Yeah, it's also like, you know, I have so many comedy friends that I love dearly and would like fall on a sword for, but you remove them from the context of stand-up, and I go, well, I don't know if you'd be like a good boyfriend.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
definitely not.
You're
Yeah.
like great at your art and like a fantastically funny person on stage, but off stage, I don't know what the fuck you're like, buddy.
Yeah.
You could be a crazy boy.
and a good someone could be a good hang to you, but the minute they start like talking to someone they're actually interested
Yeah,
in,
it really changes the dynamic.
yeah, it's
Oh
like,
yeah, and you often learn about the ways in which they are very different dynamic wise to other people.
Bro, absolutely.
yeah, like a civilian will be like, and then he said P. Diddy wasn't that bad because he bought the baby oil at Costco, therefore giving Costco
my
money. And it's like, yeah, he would say that.
Do you know what? Okay, I'm not gonna
That
say
sounds like my buddy.
I'm not gonna say names, but I will say that I did a mic like not too long ago where a guy just defended Drake.
Whoa,
Like-
earnestly?
Beyond earnest.
Damn.
Like lovingly defended Drake, being like, "Hey, you know, he never did anything wrong. There's nothing against him. Do you realize everyone's calling him a pedophile?
Dude,
and he's never
so-
done, and no one has any
I'm
evidence."
sorry, that's kind of gay. Like,
Yeah.
think about it. Like,
Yeah.
if you're defending R. Kelly, maybe you had a sentimental attachment to R. Kelly's music. If you're defending Drake, you had an attachment to Drake. And Drake is the guy who, there's a clip of him widespread on the internet where he just goes, "That's embarrassing."
Yeah, totally.
That's the guy you're going to fall on the sword for.
I haven't seen that.
I love a guy like putting his name in a bucket, buying a drink so that he can do that, waiting 90 minutes to go up group 3, and then using that special 3 minutes of stage
gorgeous time.
to defend Drake. Bro, the logistics of that are terrible.
Yeah, and like he's
Drake
and
didn't even do that.
Drake didn't even do that.
Drake didn't even do that.
you are worse than Drake in this moment.
He never adequately defended himself. That's
Yeah,
why
bro.
the beef ended.
Yeah.
Drake did not.
It's-
Drake should
And
have been at
also,
the open
Drake
mics.
is
Drake
doing
should have been
fine.
at the mics, ground boots on the ground style.
Yeah.
Kendrick is short. All right, that one doesn't work.
I honestly think that he wore those bell bottoms for the halftime show just because he was like, all right, I'm short. I'm gonna make myself look shorter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna it's gonna get under my shoe because I'm so tiny. You know?
That's sick, bro. Lean into it.
Exactly.
The bell
I
bottoms
really-
were iconic.
As a little guy myself, bro.
Oh yeah, you're a short king.
I'm a short guy, and I loved that Kendrick won despite being called short the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, we can never come anything.
being called short as a man, I think it's just thin at this point because I think like every guy who's short, one, it's something you can't help about yourself, and two, at this point, I know so many short men in like yourself in happy, healthy relationships.
Oh, totally, bro.
I love that you're a happy, healthy relationship. Oh my god, you're doing.
Yeah. Short men are doing okay.
Also,
I
I
would
don't
never
think-
say they're not doing okay.
I don't remember who told me this, but a female friend of mine was like, guys don't know what women want. It's not like
Yeah.
the male gaze is what we like when we think a guy's hot traditionally. He is, but that's like the male gaze being imposed on a guy. But there's plenty of dudes that women think are so hot that because of the male gaze, we wouldn't think is hot.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, he doesn't look like a Marvel guy, like a superhero, so he might not be hot in like the broad strokes eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's like, you can be short and attractive to women despite your face or your body structure or whatever, bro.
Oh yeah.
Girls find weird things attractive about you.
Yeah. Like
It's really
compassion.
bizarre. Compassion really is like a big one.
Compassion really, I'm mostly gay, and when a man is compassionate, I break.
Bro, if you're like an empathetic individual that has a few funny lines up his sleeves and can dance, you are drowning in pussy, bro.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, bro.
I haven't had air in a while.
Boo. Boo. And I hate that he's right. I hate that he's right. Lucas pulls like crazy.
I believe it.
I've had good pull in my time.
In my
Yeah.
day.
In my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Handsome guy, cool apartment, funny,
Stop
empathetic.
It.
Yeah.
Stop it. Keep going.
Great
Stop it.
podcast,
Stop.
cool guest.
Yeah. Cool guy. Coolest guests.
Yes.
Yeah.
Best guest in the world. Best co-host in the world.
That's what girls are saying about you. Girl,
Yes.
you should see his co-host.
Oh my God. You should,
Girl, I think it's the craziest guest.
Oh, I was gonna bring this up earlier. Okay, so I was saying, what is your favorite conspiracy theory? Not necessarily the
great
one you agree
question.
with.
That is an excellent,
Just your
excellent
favorite.
question.
I don't know. You guys go first, because I feel like I'll think about conspiracy theories, but then I don't know which ones I hang on to. I guess Y'all have one?
Oh,
Yes.
alien contact.
Oh yeah.
What do you
Because
mean?
because there's like more and more like released documents of like, oh yeah, we have like of confirmed, like, oh yeah, we've seen a UFO. We don't know where it's like, it doesn't obey the law of physics. We don't know what it is, but we saw it. It
I
happened.
mean, our Air Force basically confirmed, right? Like,
Yeah,
there were
exactly.
stuff that
Aliens
we
are
don't
real.
understand.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So like at that point, it's not really. That's
I actually
yeah.
have one based on this. Okay.
Really?
So there's apparently a guy that worked at NASA that said that Jimmy Carter had a meeting with CIA and NASA that confirmed alien life, and I don't know what they told him, but what he said was like Jimmy Carter was like a regular American guy, regular president. He had this meeting. He really was curious about aliens, and then they confirmed it, and they said that aliens basically created humans, and our goal was to just be as good as possible. And then after that meeting, if you look at his life, he kind of spent it pretty empathetic. Like he like changed a lot of policy to make it easier for working class people. He spent his life after his presidency building houses for people that were impacted by natural disaster. And so his theory was like, yeah, he had this meeting, and then he realized that there is a bigger picture out there, and then spent the rest
Where
of his
did you hear
years.
this?
Dude, this was a whole thing on Twitter. This guy posted a thing.
It's
and
real.
then there
Yeah,
was
it's gotta be real.
Reddit threads and then like an article about it. I'll send it to you guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so much better than mine. I was gonna say it's the theory about Wayfair putting the kids in the cabinets.
Okay, I heard about this. What is going on with that?
It was there was
The names corresponded to like.
the names of the there were like big shelves being sold, and what happened was because of like early versions of essentially AI on the internet, like the prices were just going up on these shelves unregulated because no one was really buying the shelves, so no one was checking to see that the prices were staying the same.
Yeah.
So they would go up to like $15,000 just because they were like forgotten pieces of the internet Wayfair wasn't really looking at.
Yeah.
And the names of the shelves were like Emma. like Deandra.
Okay.
And so people
That's a crazy name for a shelf.
Yeah.
people saw that and thought,
Emma?
okay, it's $15,000, which is unusual for a shelf, and its name is Emma. That means Emma is in the shelf.
So who Emma's just the name of a girl that was missing at one point?
No, Emma is the name of a girl, period.
Ah.
So
Okay.
the idea was like,
Oh wait, I thought it was a girl who was missing.
no, I don't. I think it was like random missing kids people kind of like made up in their heads were like in the shelves.
This conspiracy theory just lost a lot of value for me. I was really
Lucas, it was never real.
No, but I
Nobody's
wanted.
buying kids in the Wayfair
I don't
shelves.
wait. I don't want to believe it, but it was a juicy story. It was like.
No, it's not. It's like Pizzagate. It's
Yeah,
like
damn.
It was like the deep state is full of pedophiles and they're
Yeah.
shopping for the kids on Wayfair.
Yeah, no, they. At that point, you do have to acknowledge that the dark web does exist, and they're not putting it on a www.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. If they wanted to do it, they are doing it, not in front of our faces.
Yeah,
though.
we still have fax machines.
Yeah.
They're faxing the kids. Emma, yeah, here you go.
Yeah, I think that. Wait, so they were saying that like the kids were in the shelf,
The kids were in the shelves, so it was like.
but the shelf comes unassembled. I'm so confused, bro.
Wait, that's such a good point. I never thought.
The shelf comes in like planks of wood, right?
Wait, does Wayfair? I thought that it would be a ready-made shelf.
Wait, I never thought about that. But no, there is no point in human history where you've ever ordered a shelf and it has come as a full.
Yeah.
Shelf.
Yeah, you are right.
Does the kid come disassemble? You gotta put the legs on.
The kid delivers it, and then it's like, all right, I'll get inside.
For
This
extra,
is
you can
the
make the
deal.
kid build it too.
That's so funny. This is a very like because this I feel like popped off during 2020 when even the conspiracy theorists were bored. They were
Yeah.
like, "Oh my god!" Like they were even coming up with kooky shit.
Yeah, there's flat earthers and they're kind of like normal. I'm sure they.
I'm almost comforted
Yeah.
knowing that they're out there because
Flat earthers.
it's kind of adorable because they're actually like there was a documentary, genius
Dude,
title,
I saw
Behind
it.
the Curve.
Yes, yes.
Genius title.
So
That's funny.
sick.
And they're like doing experiments.
Yeah, yeah.
And they just keep running into the fact that the Earth is round.
Bro, they're so hyped before the experiments start. They're like, dude, we're gonna shine this laser from 50 yards away, and then I know it's gonna hit right here because the Earth is flat. And bro, the consoling they do for each other when the laser hits above is so sick, bro. They're like, no, I think there's a hill, dude. I think there's a hill right there. It's so funny.
It's like watching a dog run into its own reflection.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is.
But it'd be like if the dog was like, there's no reflection.
Yeah.
The other thing I found so funny about that documentary was the way they talked about people that believed in round Earth. They were like, check it out, dude. Carl brought his wife a roundie to the party. They're like, look at this dumbass. This guy believes the Earth is round.
a roundy.
I mean, I don't think that's what they used, but that's like what the
That's
sentiment was.
great.
It's so funny
yeah.
because they're big timing everyone else.
Yeah,
They're like, okay, round.
Bro, totally. Yeah, the Earth is round. They have like no humility about their conspiracy theory, which is so awesome to me. Like, go full tilt.
so goddamn funny. Oh my god.
Oh, what next? You believe the Earth is round? So they have like such a cunty attitude towards it. It's so awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Would you okay, knowing what you know now with people going to space and space tourism, whatever, would you go?
I have not. I did. I haven't done cocaine, so I
Yeah.
probably could.
So you probably could. Your face wouldn't explode.
Yeah, I would be down. I'd be scared though, for sure.
I don't know what I would gain from it. I'm like, I've seen IMAX movies.
Yeah.
I'm like,
How
I feel-
far do you go? Like, are they seeing, like, the pale blue dot?
I imagine it's
Oh,
kind of
definitely not Pale Blue Dot. That's
Because that's
really
from the
far.
moon. Yeah.
You know, in
I don't think it's even from the moon. I think it's from like even
Oh,
farther.
Hubble, right?
Yeah, because like from the moon, it's still like pretty big.
You're right. It was one of the probes we sent out there.
you
Yeah.
ever been to Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
You go on the trolley.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like that.
Mm.
I feel like they take you on this very short route, and they're like, "There's the house from Gilmore Girls," and then they like, and then they just like bring you right back. Yeah.
Moment, I just want to close this window for like noise.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, because we heard the ice cream truck because it's finally warm out.
We heard the ice cream truck, and Lucas knows I would go feral for it. And
Oh
I'd
yeah.
Start barking
Do you
for
have
ice
what's your
cream.
favorite flavor? Simple question, but what's your
From the ice cream truck?
any ice cream?
Oh, any ice cream is.
Yeah, dude. What do you go for?
Bro, you know what I've been really messing with, and you can get it in New York. Shout out to Taro, bro.
Taro.
Taro is so
That's
good.
my favorite kind of
Underrated.
bubble tea is taro.
Oh,
That's the
yes,
best.
dude. They figured some shit out with Taro.
They
dude.
absolutely
Yeah.
did.
Fuck yeah,
I had a
love
big
Taro.
ube kick as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's not interchangeable?
It's not the same.
No?
Taro is more of an actual
How
like
could you?
sweet potato, I think.
Yeah.
It actually is like a white flesh for
Oh,
some
okay.
reason.
I'm with the ube too. Then
Yeah.
that's the vibe.
Ooh,
Yeah.
little plug. Not sponsored at all, but
Not yet.
Keki Modern Cakes. They have like a location in Lower Manhattan. They have an ube cheesecake that is
Sorry.
no
I'm freaking
appropriate. Appropriate.
Yeah.
It is the best cake I've ever had. In
Oh
my
my
life.
god, bro. What is it called? Keki?
Keki.
Keki. Keki Modern Cakes.
Wow.
They are the best. Anyone in New York, hit up Keki Modern Cakes. I wish that they had like a punch card where you like 9 and you get one free. I would do that.
Dude, so
I
sick.
want that so badly.
There's you would like this shit too. There's a place called Soft Swerve in the Lower East Side. Anytime I'm there for shows, I'm going dolo too. I'm going solo.
Yeah.
Just going to get. And they have a ube black sesame soft serve
Oh.
swirl. Dude,
The swirl
Are you serious?
is crazy.
I literally
Yeah.
just drooled a moment. I was
Drool
like, I
it.
almost
Drool
caught
more.
it. I
Drool
caught
more.
it. I caught it. But yeah. Wait, here's a similar question, but a little different. Is there any kind of food combination that is very popular that you have no idea why people like it?
oh,
Oh, that's a
Because
good
I
question.
have one that I
Go.
cannot stand. It's chocolate and strawberries.
really?
Cannot stand it.
Interesting.
You're crazy for that.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
you're
belong
crazy
together.
for
I
that.
love each, not together.
They don't belong together.
They don't belong
That's a
together.
little.
I want them,
Wow.
and
Wow.
I'm looking in your. I want them segregated. No, but I don't think they go together.
Really?
Yeah,
What
never
about
did.
chocolate and other fruits?
Chocolate and
Banana?
orange, I think, goes together well.
That's crazy. That's weirder.
I know it's weird, but for every kind of
That's like
berry,
an old man taste.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah.
no, but like chocolate and any kind of
Yeah.
berry, I just don't think goes together.
That's crazy. Chocolate blueberries so gas,
No,
bro.
Yeah,
Chocolate
never know.
raspberry,
Never.
so gas.
Never.
I'm
Chocolate-
with you here.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm on the
Chocolate-
right side of history.
yeah. And we will be remembered as such.
Yeah.
Chocolate banana, obviously. Right?
No.
No. You're
Well,
psychotic.
I hate
Freak
bananas.
behavior.
I hate bananas. Full stop.
Okay.
Okay. Then
'Cause Lucas-
what am I doing here?
Lucas doesn't want to seem like a gay guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole brand. He's trying to
Yeah,
avoid
yeah,
I
it.
hate when you have a banana and you gotta like suck it to completion and
Yeah.
and you're like, no, you don't have to do that.
Bananas always ask me to jingle with the balls. Yeah.
Can you play with the peel?
Lucas really hungry, only having a banana around and eating it from the side, like this to not seem gay
He eats it peel on.
and aggressive too,
Yeah.
like mad aggressive.
Only the peel, because the peel's not shaped like a dick.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My banana jerky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a food combination that's not crazy, but I love it. Any of the like spicy nacho or nacho cheese Doritos with a pickled jalapeno. That little
That's
combo.
a great. Oh,
Yeah.
that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
To
It's
me.
great. It's like the like baseball nachos, but just condensed. It's a great combo.
I've had
Try it.
peanut butter with kimchi.
Really?
Slightly
I
odd,
can see.
but when you get around it, you're like, oh no, it's
No,
really
I
nice.
can see
Yeah.
that working.
Because the kimchi is kind of acidic and cuts through. It's so good.
And peanut butter is, now we know, more than just a sweet.
oh
It's
no,
friend to all.
it's a friend to everyone.
Friend to all.
we
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
always know this, but it proved itself.
Yes.
You know-
What a year it's had. Peanut butter. Wow.
Wait, keep going.
Yeah, Trump. What'd
Wow,
you think
what
of
a
it
year.
before?
What's it?
What'd you think of peanut butter before?
Well, before we knew peanut butter, we knew it could do jelly. We knew it could do fluffernutter, but we did not know versatility with Thai food. Thai people, they're using peanut butter.
In amazing ways.
Amazing ways. They're doing so much with peanut butter. I mean, we didn't even know these things. Peanut sauce, spring roll peanut sauce. Wow,
They're
what a
doing
combo.
great things with satay. Satay
Satay.
sauce.
Satay. Wow. Have we had satay? Oh my God. Satay is beautiful.
When did you realize you could do the Trump?
I don't know. Like after he had lost the presidency, like the first time.
Oh, yeah.
I think probably like a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know actually. It hasn't been. I figured I could do it well recently.
Yeah,
and
you
I've been doing
definitely
it
do.
too much.
Yeah,
It is. No, it
it's
works.
really good.
You do it really well.
There's something about his use of the passive voice that
Yes.
makes him so funny. The like
What do you mean?
the way instead of being like I think this, he's like we all had no idea.
Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
all believed it was this way, and now
I think
don't
that's
know.
why he's kind of an effective communicator, because he says things in broad strokes that his fans go, yeah, I also thought that.
Right,
You know?
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he'll just say things like, yeah, like, Mario, wow, this guy's been working hard so long. We love Mario. And they're like, yeah, Mario has been working hard. Like, they fully just agree with him on anything,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Because like another politician would be like, Mario is a plumber. In a way, he's a lot like America.
Yeah, and they go, I don't know. But,
Yeah,
but
people
if
are
you
like, I
go,
don't know
we
about
love
that."
Mario. Him and his brother, wow, what guys. Such great guys.
Yeah.
And then you go, yeah, I think they are great guys.
Look at him riding a dinosaur even though they never exist.
Saving a beautiful blonde from a turtle dinosaur. I mean, not a lot of people are doing that. Putting in the work, going into indiscriminate
In the
pipes.
pipes.
Into indiscriminate pipes. Can you believe it?
I do love the Mario games. And a hot take I had growing up was I thought Mario was hot.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. He's a hot guy.
And I thought Luigi was hotter.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Just wait, is it just
Like
because he
a
was
scared
taller?
individual.
Just because he was taller? Is that
Just,
it? Is that a Gabby?
I kind of like that he was beta. I like that he wasn't in charge.
That's awesome, dude.
You know Daisy's pegging his ass.
No, 100%.
Oh, I don't even think that she wastes her time with him.
Yeah.
I don't think she does it.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
think that he's
"Bring
waiting
that
in the
little
corner,
butt
just
over
like,
here."
please let me in.
Luigi's like, get the strap now.
Yeah,
please.
dude. That's so sick. Yeah, you know he's getting re.
I'm glad pegging's mainstream now. There was that really funny episode of Broad City that I think kind of did that. For
Yeah.
pegging.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
That was like 2015 we were
Yeah.
hearing about pegging.
they were ahead of their time. I will say it.
Yeah, great
I'll be
show.
brave
That
enough
show
to
was
say
good.
it.
You're so brave. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, because the whole episode, it wasn't like, he's getting pegged, that's crazy. It was like Abby washing the dildo in the dishwasher, and then the guy being like, oh, this isn't the shape I like.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
No, he could tell that it was different, like a dildo sommelier.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could tell he was like, this isn't the one. This isn't Charisse or whatever he named it. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I remember that was such a fun episode. And then the one where her stuffed animal comes to life.
That
I
one
remember
was
being like,
awesome.
this is cool. Like, this is TV I've never seen before.
That might be
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite episode.
First season of Broad City, I was like, this is a great time. It was
it's
a really,
so
really
good.
good time.
I even loved the birthright episode where they go on the plane, they never make
that
it.
was an amazing
That
I don't
was
think I
so
saw that one.
It was they were gonna do a birthright episode, but they ended up not feeling like shooting in Israel. They were like, let's shoot it on the plane. And then they wrote a storyline where they get kicked off the plane, they never make it to Israel.
It's a great episode.
It's such a good
Damn.
episode. And on the plane
Alana
ride,
fashions a tampon.
yeah, on the plane ride there, two people get married. It's so good. They like meet each other for the first time and fall in love on the plane, and then one of them proposes. Like, as they're
Damn.
about
Yeah.
to get there,
Dang, that's awesome.
which was how it was.
Yeah.
Low-key.
I have a different question. This is there a place in the world that you think is overrated as a destination?
Ooh, good
Oh,
question.
damn. That's great. I actually haven't traveled that much for real, bro.
Hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like
Outside of the States, where have you been?
I've been to India, where I was born, and then we came here.
Yeah.
I lived in Kuwait for a little bit as a kid,
Oh, okay.
cool.
but I don't think been to Canada. And that's it, bro.
How exotic.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like LA is fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. The food is incredible, but you do think it's going to be like completely different. You think it's going to be like pools everywhere and
Yeah.
a lot
I
of
wasn't expecting the smell.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a regular city.
Yeah.
I think you just in movies see a completely different version of it.
Yeah.
And probably on purpose. And I feel like LA probably is that if you have money for real.
Yeah.
You can see like the glitzy LA.
That's an interesting thing because like as like glamorous as New York can be, I think that the dirtier parts of New York are in the zeitgeist.
Yes.
Where you are aware
That's
of like
true.
where it is. That is something that is quintessential about New York, is that you are aware of the ways in which it is gross.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think most people are aware of the ways in which LA is gross.
Yeah, because I think we have in media more examples of working class New York.
Yeah.
You know, just like Broad City is a good example of just like two regular people in New York. But I
Yeah.
feel like our LA examples in media, I can't think of too many where it's like, oh, like regular people in LA. It's usually like famous people or
Yeah.
like a noir detective or something, you know?
Interestingly, I just started watching Cobra Kai.
Oh, I haven't seen it. It's good?
It's an amazing show.
Nice.
But you are watching. It starts off with a guy who's just like he does like home installations and repair and stuff, and he doesn't have like hot water in his apartment. It's like it is not a nice bit, but
Yeah.
it is LA.
Yeah.
So there are like, if I think about it, there are like bits of media, but
What-
they don't really make it seem like this is LA.
Bro,
It's just like, oh,
totally.
it takes place there.
I will say underrated places to travel is the South. People don't go to the
Yeah,
South.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Chattanooga. Chattanooga's got a
Never
vibe
been.
going on, bro.
Never
Yeah?
been.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude.
what happens in Chattanooga?
Man, they got
It
one
stays in
spot.
Chattanooga.
Yeah, 100%. I can't even tell you for real. No,
Too much
Chattanooga's
going
cool,
on.
bro. It's got mountains and a really solid taco spot. What else do you want, bro?
Yeah, that's true.
Asheville, North Carolina is one of
Sick.
the
Asheville's
most
sick.
fun places I've ever been to.
Great place to do stand up too.
How
Also-
often do you go on the road?
Oh yeah.
Once I feel like I'm out once a month, probably. Like
Nice.
Yeah, one weekend a month.
Yeah.
Trying to make it more. But in the South, I started coming in Atlanta, and those scenes you kind of go all over the place in the South.
Yeah.
Like in New York, you get just enough stage time to stay here, the whole time. But if you start in the South, you go to Atlanta, Nashville, Knoxville, Tennessee, all those places.
Nice.
Yeah.
Florida's.
I love the circuit of it.
Yeah,
I've
it's
I've been
cool.
down a couple times, and it was almost a scary thought. Like anytime I was like, I could live here.
Yeah, it's
It was
cool.
like because especially in North Carolina, the water was delicious.
Oh.
And I was like, the water quality, because like New Yorkers, we're proud of our water. We
Better
both
than
grew
New
up
York
here.
City tap water, best in the world.
Exactly. We're
Yeah.
very proud of it. And then when I was there, I was like, there's water elsewhere.
Yeah, because usually you taste the water somewhere else, it tastes like ass.
No,
It's
yeah,
like
you
gasoline.
taste a little
Yeah.
Anytime I
Yeah.
visit my girlfriend in New Jersey, I'm like, the water is like,
Really?
it's adequate, but it's not good. Our water is
Dang.
like, it's
Our
paramount.
water's pretty amazing.
Our
yeah.
water is the
not to
best.
brag, the tap water.
It's good because you can't taste anything. You're not really
Yeah.
tasting it. You're just refreshed.
It's just, yeah.
But yeah, you do go to places where you're like, what is in there?
yeah,
What is
yeah.
that? What is
It's
that?
like, it's what do they call it? The fluoride.
the fluoride.
Yeah, the fluoride. They're putting it in the water. Everyone's talking about
What
this.
do you guys have an overrated travel place
Overrated.
or underrated?
Israel really sucked when I went on Birthright. They're a genocidal place, but also it's ugly.
I also have an answer.
I'll die on that hill.
Paris.
Oh, I don't
Really?
agree. I don't agree with you. I loved Paris. I completely disagree.
The thing is,
What didn't you like about it? I feel like everyone says dope as hell.
the
food is
people?
gas.
Uh,
oh, sure.
That's fair, but come on.
no, they were very, in my experience, they were very unkind. And I have heard from other people, they said, oh no, it's because you were in Paris. If you go anywhere else in France, people are delightful.
Really?
But like in Paris, they're just like, they're very quick. It's a big city, so they're
But
on
it's
the
like
go.
here. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
people just want to. I don't think people in New York are unfriendly. They just want to. They want to help, but they also want to get out. They want to get in and out
Yeah.
of the conversation.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
do
people,
respect a rush. I always respect a rush.
Yeah,
but,
people in New York, I feel like, are not unfriendly. They just have shit to do. So if you catch them at the thing, everyone's nice. Like, bartenders generally are very sweet. Like, people at their destination are chill. But at the train station, people are getting out of there, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
That
feel
is so
like,
fair.
Yeah, I think that everyone's going to a place here, and if you catch them at the place, everyone's very nice.
Yeah, but that's the thing is like coming from here, and then going to Paris. I was expecting a more
That-
similar vibe, but it was very. It felt like I kept getting shoved everywhere I went.
Oh.
It
Did you
didn't
get
feel good.
pickpocketed?
No, I didn't get
Okay,
pickpocketed.
because I know that's a thing, right?
It's a thing everywhere, I think.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, growing up, my
pickpocket you.
mom always prepared me. She was like, hey, have your hands in your pockets, protect your stuff.
Oh,
she always prepared me for pickpockets. Never
Dang.
been pickpocketed.
Yeah, I've also never been pickpocketed, and I feel like I was over prepared to be pickpocketed.
When you were
Yeah.
there or in general?
Just in general, growing up, I feel like it was the thing
Word?
people talked about all the.
Yeah.
It was like, you know how John Mulaney does that bit about how like quicksand never comes up.
yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel about pickpockets. Like I feel like it
Yeah.
never comes up.
Oliver Twist did a lot for the pickpocket world.
Yeah.
People, I
Yes.
think now that they can scam you on Venmo, like nobody
Yeah.
is pickpocketing
Yeah, it's
anymore.
a bigger risk. I bet pickpockets were so upset when the tight jeans trend came around in 2010, bro.
Yeah.
That's right.
They were
Skinny
probably
jeans did a lot of
pissed.
did a number on them.
Now they're probably hyped up. Big jeans are in.
Yeah, but
I
the
feel
minute
like cargo shorts are also kind of back.
Yeah, bro.
the
100%.
minute that the big shorts are in, like online theft is also in. Just pickpocketing is. I'll say it. Pickpocketing is dead.
Yeah, because also no one has cash. What are you gonna get? An
Yeah.
ID, bro?
So right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he took my Starbucks gift card. He's gonna get himself a chocolate croissant.
I'm
Also,
just
everything
picturing-
has air tags now.
Yeah.
So it's like I will find you. You know,
Yeah, you're on Find My iPhone.
you're on the Find My network.
Yeah. It's just like the Oliver Twist centers now are almost like tech centers.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's like the Artful Dodger going, we're going to have to encrypt this.
If you could do any kind of crime, what would you do? If you could do it successfully, if you could be like a well-known.
I would.
Wait, if you're
I
well known,
shouldn't-
that defeats the purpose.
No. I guess efficient.
Oh, I
at
should-
whatever
Okay,
crime.
to be effective.
I
Yeah.
shouldn't say this.
Oh.
It's fucked up.
Well, now you got to say it. You don't have to if you don't want.
No, if
What are you gonna say?
if I could commit any kind of crime, I would like torture my enemies in a way they couldn't talk about, and that they like,
Oh,
and that like would never come back to me.
so
Oh
you
my
would do like
God.
a Saw thing, like Jigsaw?
So you would be violent. You would choose violence as your crime.
No, it's.
What kind of shit would you do, like traps like Jigsaw?
Wait,
Oh,
would you
that'd
try
be
to?
fun.
Would you try
Or
to
like the
extract
Joker?
anything from them, like information? What's the goal?
Yeah,
No,
just to inflict
like,
damage.
Just like a little, make them feel remorse for what they
Dang, that's so sick. I didn't
Oh,
even know you
man.
had ops like that.
I don't know that they know either. I don't know that people know
A girl
that I
from
would
5
do
years
this.
ago that cut you in line is gonna get like strung.
Kind of, yes. Like there's like really petty things people done where I'm like, I will remember this.
I'll
But the
remember
problem
that.
is, if you do something to someone publicly, you get canceled. You know,
Yeah.
if you murder someone, you get.
Don't you hate that?
You get freaking
Don't you hate
You
it
hate
when
getting
these
canceled?
Ooh,
the freaking.
I tortured someone.
Now I have to go last on the pine box mic. I tortured a guy.
You know who's canceled forever? What's her face? Casey Anthony.
Yeah.
You know she got away with it, but
One
I
baby.
booked her on my show.
One baby.
you booked her.
I booked her, but she's so funny. She's so good. You should see her.
Have you
She's
seen that
funny.
she's trying to get like clear her name now online?
Word? Oh,
She's
actually?
online. She's like, "Hey guys, I'm Casey."
Yeah, we know, bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
One of the
You
most
killed the kid?
recognizable people. Yeah.
Bro, I remember when that news broke. This was in high school. I played football, and we were all like working out at this like training facility we went to. And the guy that ran it was this gigantic fridge-sized meathead who had been following this case. And when she was declared innocent, he went ballistic, bro. He freaked out. He was like, "She's a fucking murderer," and then he made us do like laps and shit because he was pissed. And we were in high school. We didn't even know. We were like, "What the fuck is going on, dude? We didn't do this." And he took that shit out on us, bro. I hate this lady, Casey Anthony.
What an interestingly right guy.
I know. I never heard him talk about anything other than weightlifting, protein, and football. And then this is
Casey Anthony.
and this is the fourth detail I know. I don't even know if he had fucking kids or anything.
I love when a
That's
teacher
awesome.
hyper fixates on something. Like
Yes.
I've talked about it on the podcast before. I had a health teacher who was hyper fixated on the fact that 4 people a year die jumping into a pool with no water. And she would tell us about it every health class.
That's so sick, dude.
4 people a year die jumping into a pool with no water.
And you'll remember that forever for the rest of your life.
I never forgot it.
I had a health teacher, human sexuality teacher, who would teach us very adequate education about like using condoms, all contraceptives, but at every single point she said, I'm a Catholic and I hate this. I would never use one of these in my life, but I'm legally required to teach you about them.
Dang, that's so awesome.
And it was so funny.
That's so. I'm glad she still did it. Like,
oh yeah,
that's funny. That's
no, she
so
did
funny.
her job.
Yeah.
But she always reminded us. She was like, "I'm a Catholic. We don't do this.
We don't do this.
If you're a heathen, you can, but
Yeah.
I would never.
She's like, I don't believe in this at all. I have to do this. I chose this job.
What's a crime you'd commit?
It's a great question. I think doing being like a cartel guy would be cool.
Whoa.
You would rock it.
You'd run a cartel?
I'd be sick as fuck.
Because
Dude.
the thing about running a cartel, you get to be quippy.
You get to be quippy.
Yeah.
I just thought of what I would do.
What would you
I
do?
would be the best phone scammer in the world.
Oh, that's kind of sick, bro.
I would because I would say like most phone scammers, we think of someone who is probably like in India.
Yeah.
And like they're trying to assume an identity, but they don't like do anything with their voice. I got a flexible range. I could do some stuff.
This is a crime you could be doing right now.
I
then.
can and should be doing it. I could be improving my life a lot more.
Yeah, you 100% could have the apartment above if you wanted.
Wait, honestly, this may be a sitcom.
A guy that like kind of earnestly gets into phone scamming.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
I could be good at this.
But like does like vocal coaching to help this scammer.
He's going and like learning Meisner.
Teaches Meisner to phone scam.
Teaches Meisner.
Wait, I kind of want to develop this now.
That's funny. I love
Say,
that.
open the gift card. Open the gift card. Okay, put on the accent.
I really could. I need to write this.
Oh,
That's funny,
looping
that's
back
really
around
funny.
to ASMR, there is a phone scammer ASMR that
No.
I love to
Oh,
watch.
good.
Wait, what are they doing? They're like,
You're
It's
talking
giving me
to
your
you.
social security number.
oh.
woman, soft voice. She's
Yeah.
at the call center. She does this. She has this whole long intro at the beginning where she says like, she's Indian. She's like, I just want you to know, like, this is all fun and games. Like, I'm just playing around. Like, I've been scammed at a call center. So like, don't take any offense to this. And then she goes and plays up the character of the scammer at a call center. And what she's trying to do is she's trying to get you to like give your bank account details so she could transfer like some into your bank, and then she'll be like, oh, it didn't work, and then you have to send back. It's like some weird scam,
Whoa.
but it's
pretty
just
good script.
very softly like, okay, like no matter what you do, don't open the gift card. I'm like, I won't.
And you're asleep. You're
Yeah,
fully in
like,
REM cycle.
yeah.
You know, I've never gotten one of these calls. Maybe because I'm Indian, bro. They might see my name and be like, nah.
Well, how do you know if they see names? Because
don't
like
even
they've
know.
never said like they've never identified me by name. They're just like, hello, sir, or like
What
owner
is it?
of
What
this
do they
property.
say? Like your car insurance? That's the one I've heard about.
Yeah,
Like,
car insurance.
it's out.
I often try to like go as long as I can before they realize that I'm not gonna. I try to
Oh.
like waste their time.
Yeah, if I have time, I'm having fun, bro. Like, I got a lot of WhatsApp scams.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do you say to them?
They're usually bizarre. They're like, "Hey, Kevin, are you sure you don't want to meet for lunch?" Like that's the intro line.
Yes, I've gotten those. They call you like Irene.
Yeah. It's like a name, and they're expecting you to be like, "Oh, this is the wrong number," and then she's like, "Oh, well, I have huge knockers, and I'm pushing them together," and then you extract information out of you, and so that's usually the vibe. They go, "Hey, Kevin, are you sure you don't want to meet for lunch?" And I go, "I'm sure. I'm so mad at you." Yes, I'm sure you have wronged me. Pest forgiveness. And then that's for someone that doesn't know English very well. They're like, "What meaning you?" Because they're
now
throwing
I'm
off their
sad.
script.
Now I'm sad.
Don't be sad,
And then
bro.
do you say how they wronged you?
Yeah, then we're just improv. We're just doing
Then
improv
we're
at
just-
that
we're just
point.
going back and forth.
Now we're just yes and baby. It's so much fun if you have an afternoon.
Now I'm wondering if like those phone scammers, if they dread getting an Indian American,
Yeah, maybe.
because then they're like, bro,
Come on. What are you doing, buddy?
I know you. Like,
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
maybe.
insane that you've never had a phone scammer.
Maybe I'm just not picking up the calls that I don't see.
You
But,
gotta do it.
but I gotta pick it up and just have some fun.
Do you know what was crazy is that I actually recently tried to connect with someone for a legitimate voiceover job that I don't think I got. Like it just wasn't like the right rate. We couldn't agree. But legitimate person, real person, woman who was in India, and I was expecting a phone call from her, and I did get a phone call. But when I came up on my phone, it said scam likely. I was like, this is so racist of my iPhone.
Scam likely is fucked up.
I was like, you're a bad.
Apple.
Tim Cook, you're a bad guy for this.
Apple, come on.
Come on.
Tim Cook's like, you're right. I was just having fun. Tim Cook's like, sometimes it's fun to play with stereotypes.
So sorry.
Sometimes it's
Tim
fun
Cook?
to play with
It's
stereotypes.
not a bad Tim Cook.
And then you just write back to Tim Cook like, oh, dude, what are you taking it in the ass?
Probably is.
Send
And
it
then you
to
go,
him.
not so fun with it too. Not so fun with it too, is it? Yeah. Not so fun with you playing with stereotypes.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of crime. Maybe like there's those dudes that like collect and resell rare birds and stuff. That could be cool.
Oh, I would feel bad though. I would feel bad for the birds. I don't want to deal in wildlife. I don't want to do
yeah,
that.
you're right. You're right. That could be kind of icky, huh?
Yeah.
And you could probably get like a freak disease.
You're not a real criminal.
Yeah. You could get bird flu too.
Yeah, bird flu too. Electric boogaloo.
Yeah.
Two bird, two furious.
Two birds,
two
one
furious.
cup.
Fuck. Two birds, one cup.
Yeah.
That's probably how it
yeah.
started.
Well, you know who also is watching Two Birds, One Cup?
Our listeners.
Oh.
Sometimes, let's see if we have any listener submissions today. Sometimes
Some
we
questions?
get people writing in. We get questions. We get people who want to know
Sick, dude.
what the gossip is.
Let's see.
What's going on? Let's see if anyone wrote in. And if nobody wrote in, we can just move on to our final segment. I don't think anyone wrote in today.
No, we didn't have any other submissions from like.
So
previous...
if you listen to us closely, Meerkats, you are Meerkats to us. If you are listening, write in to the link on our Instagram, or you could email us to nosymeerkats@gmail.com. Please don't abuse that one, but you can use it. Don't abuse it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any general advice for people?
General advice for people: make eye contact with yourself in the mirror and say "I love you."
Really?
Whoa.
So sick, bro. You should do it. Everybody should do it. Do it 5 times a day if you can.
What
It'll
was it like
improve
the
your
first
life.
time you did that?
I was probably drunk, but I did it and I felt good, and now I try and do it if I make eye contact with myself in the mirror.
That's
It's
a
good for you.
beautiful
I
thing.
actually have done that before, and it's a
Good
little
for you.
bit hard to get there at first because you're like, what do
Yeah.
you mean? You know?
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's super weird, but I do think if you do that and you believe it, good things will come out of it. You'll treat yourself with adequate respect and love, and then that'll transfer into your other relationships.
I have started with like my daily journaling that I'm trying to do and make a really good habit for the artist way. But
Yeah.
I have finished every entry with "I love you, Lucas." I've tried to end it
That's
with
really
that.
nice.
Always
Dude,
end it with some sort
Hell
of
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. On my notes for my set list, when I'm making my jokes
yeah.
for stand up, the first thing is "Have fun, baby. I love you."
Oh, that's
It's
really
important. You got to do it.
It's like
That
you're
is
your
a
own wife.
beautiful thing.
Huh?
And it's like you're your own wife.
Yes, dude.
And you have a wife.
Get
you're
this lady
spoiled.
out of here. I'm my own wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, your wife is like, I love you, baby. It's like,
You're
shut
like,
up.
I got 2 wives, my wife and then my inner,
My inner wife.
my inner wife.
My inner wife is so hot.
My inner wife's so hot. She has huge
Who's
red hair.
knockers?
She has huge tits. Do you have any advice for like performers who like people just getting into any kind of performance or artistry?
Work really hard and don't try and keep up with your peers. Try and keep up with the people ahead of you. Maybe I don't know. Just work really
Ooh.
hard. I feel like people not working really hard, bro.
No, I know.
People
Yeah.
taking shortcuts.
I think you're right. And
That
then
is a very good
there's
one.
an expectation of like, oh, it's gonna work out because I've been doing it XYZ time.
Yeah,
Nope.
dude.
Or an expectation that the writing will take care of itself.
Yeah, no, you gotta write it. You
Yeah,
gotta,
which
like-
sometimes I am even guilty of, where I'm like,
Totally.
where
Me too.
I sort of get into like a muscle memory of how something goes, where I'm not really actively trying to improve it.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? My real piece of advice is have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work really hard, but you gotta have fun, bro.
Work to make it the most fun it can
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
Work
totally.
to make the thing the most fun. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And now we come to our final 2 questions for you.
Cool.
You've been a great guest. We can talk to you all
my
day.
God.
But we also respect your time. So first question, we call this self-perception corner.
Okay.
We want to know how you think in general other people perceive you, and then we'll say how we actually perceive you.
Wow, that's a great question. If I start crying, I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. I feel like I've had the same vibe my whole life. I usually I'm on fun time. I don't really have anything serious to say. And usually I feel like my perception is people being like, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
When I'm around. I don't know, though. Could be wrong.
I think you are a very fun person. I think that you are, and also I owe you an apology because I remember we were once.
What'd you
I think
do?
we were at a party, and I was
Oh, yeah, the first time we ever hung out.
and then we talked, and because I was, and I'm ashamed to say this, but because I was like quite high, I kept like getting distracted by just like sounds and other things, and I think what I was doing was actually being very rude to you.
Oh, I don't remember that part at all.
Oh, okay, but still,
I remember being really high and we talking about like your mom and your parents and like our lives.
Yeah,
we got
sure.
pretty deep pretty quick.
It did get. It was a very deep conversation.
And this is like 2 weeks after we've been to New York. I'd never met you before. I'd seen you at like a mic,
Yeah,
and we just talked about our families for a long time on this porch.
yeah.
But I don't remember you being like.
I remember at one point. I feel like you
But I
once
was
said
also a little bit. Stoned,
Okay,
so
great.
I was.
Yeah.
that. Cool.
Why did I say something?
No. It was like I think that at one point you're like, dude, you look like you're looking for a higher stimulus. Like I was like darting around for like, and I was like, oh shit, I'm like not being attentive.
No, I didn't.
like-
I don't
I think
even
that's
remember
just
that
your
part
disorder. I don't think you can blame that on yourself. You know,
Oh, I can blame it on me. You
you're like
Watch
skill
me.
issue.
No, I remember
Watch.
walking away from that being like, oh yeah, man, this guy I just met had like a deep conversation.
Oh, that's
like
beautiful.
that was the highlight of the
Yeah,
story.
but you are easiest presence.
Yeah.
Easiest
Cool.
presence. You're also an easy person to be excited to see.
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, oh, I can't wait to see what he does. It's always gonna be good.
Oh,
that
thanks,
that
man.
I really agree with. I think you're like so like easy to talk to, and I also feel like there's like, I mean, you're like a fantastic comic, and I think sometimes with
dude.
comics who are so good, it's like there's like this instinct to almost like big time or like not talk to people.
Oh,
or
sure.
Be sort of aloof. And
Yeah.
when I first met, I was like, this guy's not gonna want to talk to me. And then you're like so friendly. It's like, oh, I forget that what makes people good at this art is like having a general sense of empathy and care.
Bro,
Yeah, and that's
totally.
what, and
Yeah.
also it's like when you said that you write down and you say to yourself like words of love for yourself. I'm like, oh yeah, no, that does radiate from you.
Yeah.
Ah, thanks, man.
It
Because if you
remi-
fill yourself up with self-love, it will spill over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wanna. I want everyone that watches me do stand up to be like, wow, I feel good.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
It
really
shows.
have a bone in me that's trying to challenge your status quo or anything. I really just want you to like, I'm giving out candy up there, bro.
Yeah.
So that's what I want the vibe to be.
Yeah.
And I think that it's fun. You can't be that guy on stage and then come off stage and be like, what's up, open micers? you don't want to be that. That'd be psychotic to me. Like, silly fun time guy on stage and then get off stage and be like, you guys don't have enough credits to talk to me. That's a psycho type of dude. And I know guys like that, and it's really weird to me.
It's so weird. Yeah. It does remind me of something I wrote on my last mushroom trip, actually, where I realized I needed a bob. I wrote down something like, the most compassionate version of me is the funniest.
Yes,
That
dude.
is great.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic quote.
Dude, and I think, I've had the privilege of being around my favorite comedians and people that I've grown up watching. And the people that I think are doing the most interesting work are always the most compassionate people off stage.
I also think the most funny situation, be it in like movies, TV, anything, it's because you can understand the opposing forces.
Yes.
Where you understand where both of them are coming from.
Yes.
Where like someone is describing like, oh, this person wronged me, and that person is, and then you're like a year later, like, oh my god, that's crazy because I had diarrhea the whole day.
Yeah.
It's like you understand why everyone came. It's
Yeah.
Because
empathy
you-
is what makes it funny.
Yeah, you having the differing point of views, it's what's going to allow you to come at a joke or a perspective from a funny point.
Yeah.
Because you have everything, all this. I also think, bro, like anyone that's kind of shitty is like in the medium tier range of funny. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Everyone
you're
that
right.
I've met that's kind of like aloof and cunty, I'm like, you're not funny enough to be this shitty.
Right.
You're just more funny than the people in this room.
Yeah.
But if someone more famous came in the room, you'd be a bumbling idiot too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I never find the people that are doing the most interesting work to be like that, you know?
Yeah. And I think you're coming at it from such an interesting place where I think I've heard advice that's like, always make sure you're like the worst in your craft in the room at your craft in the room.
Yeah.
So you always want to be surrounded by people who are a little bit better than you
Totally.
to learn, and that's how you learn.
I
Yeah.
think that's the best.
I need to leave.
Wow, bitch ass.
Had to do it.
That's awesome.
Had to do it.
Flipping us
No,
all
you had
off.
to do it.
Yeah, you did.
It was right there.
Second part of the question, prophecy corner.
Yes.
You could go silly with this one, total silly mode, or you can go serious. We don't care. Where are you in 5 years?
Whoa, dude. That's so sick. Where am I in 5 years? I've inherited this apartment from Lucas. We've gotten so close, and I've slowly poisoned him.
Oh, wouldn't take you that much.
Yeah,
What do you
probably
mean
take you like
slowly?
one bean of poison.
Yeah, one
Do
day.
poison come in beans?
Yes. You
you
can also just push me.
Yeah, I could just push you, huh?
Push me into the way of the wind.
Yeah. Hey, Lucas, come with me to the beach on this strong, gusty day.
Yeah.
You just flick him with your index finger.
Could you hold on to this umbrella?
He tied Lucas to a kite. He flew away. Yeah, that's right. I'll be here. I'll be probably change some of this art out, but yeah, pretty sick. I don't know where I'd be in 5 years. Hopefully, I could rollerblade,
Ooh, that's a good
have
one.
some
Rollerblading's fun.
have some skills I don't have, and be better at comedy. That'll be cool. What about y'all?
5 years from now, I'll be really mourning the untimely death of my friend Lucas Arnold.
Yeah. But good news on the horizon, sick party at his old house.
Yeah, we'll celebrate
A la
him
Shaunak.
with a couple
No,
shots.
5 years. I'm gonna be in Mexico having faked my death, and
They're like, they really thought a kite would do this?
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah,
I'm
I
in
never
Mexico.
even set foot on the beach. I'm like, yeah, no. I think I'll be. I think I'll be. Honestly, I think I'll be married at that point.
I'll have
I do.
25 kids.
What?
Yeah.
5?
No, 25.
25.
Oh, some will have to be adopted.
No.
No?
Just all
you're gonna,
bio.
You're going to do several John and Kate + 8 situations?
Yeah, a couple octomoms.
All things are possible through CrossFit.
yeah. I'm so into CrossFit. I weigh like 120 pounds.
And you have 25
All
children.
muscles, but I have 25 children. I cannot
It's
stop.
all Kegels.
Yes.
Damn. Just pushing them out.
Yeah, I'm traditional as fuck. I make my own
Butter?
Butter. I'm churning. But I don't eat it because I'm 125 pounds.
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
for your 25
They're
sons.
all for the kids. Yeah, they don't.
They're all for
eat
your
real
25
food.
sons who are all going to D1 football players. They're all rocked up and huge.
I stored them on steroids when
Yeah.
they're like 10.
And they're sick as hell at football.
Yeah. What do you like
Shaunak,
that?
where can the people find you?
Instagram, go to SHAUNAKG. and
Beautiful.
look at my stuff if you
That's a
want.
wonderful thing. Find me at Lucas T. Arnold. Come see me on the road. Buy some tickets, please. And yeah, Gab.
You know where to follow me. Drama Kid, the special is coming out in the summer. Yay! So we're going to have that. Thank you, Shaunak, for being on the
Thank you
pod.
so
Thank you for
much.
having
Thank you all
me.
for listening.
Thank
and
you for
stick around. We're going to do a brief Patreon segment. In the meantime,
Hell yeah.
we've been two Nosy Meerkats.
See you next time.
Woo!